Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My name is David, and today we're back for another episode of Minecraft. We're doing the little sped-up business to help bust through the episode, and we're doing the voiceover business because, well, as of course one could probably guess, technical difficulties, and that has been reaming through everything of my computer of late. And it's a hard fact I need to realize, but it's been a few years since this computer was new for me. And it was even some more years back for when the computer was new. Just new on the market. And so she's slowing down with age, and as things are improving and getting faster, it's data technology, and I need to get new gear, new tech, and that's particularly difficult because there's new tech coming on the rise, soon like. And I want that, but also I'm just unable to record in any decent manner, or any manner that I like, for a chance, because of those technical limitations. And it sucks and I hate it, but that's what I gotta do. I need to make that money so I can get a new computer. I'm actually thinking of getting two. I'm thinking of getting a nice tower for at home and a nice laptop for mobile gaming experiences, which not easy because that's that basically doubles the expenses I would have budgeted, and I'm nowhere near enough for one, let alone two. It's stupid. It's a bad use of my resources, in the sense that my computer still works for the functions that I need it for, which is actually just gaming with my friends, but the functions that I want it for, which is recording and trying to do that with my life, it doesn't fit that. And it sucks, and it's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. And that's what I gotta do, because, you commit to dreams. So what are we doing in the video? Well, it's pretty simple. Man, it has been so long, and I have had so many failed recordings, I do not know what you've seen and what you haven't seen. Long story short, I made the base for most, if not all, of the buildings in the sand village. First, I built the walls up. Again, I built the walls up. I improved them. I finished those. Then I demolished the town with TNT. Moved the villagers to an undisclosed location called a farm. Moved the villagers there. And that's where they're sitting right now. And right now I'm trying to reconstruct the village in a vision of which I like. And I am having a hell of a time figuring out what I like in this village. So what I did is I just made base square-ish buildings. And now I'm filling up the village, trying to give them little detail here and there, and revamp them through and through while I'm working, while I'm exploring. While inspiration hits me, I'll just build more, because, frankly, if I don't do that, I'm just gonna hate it and close my eyes and walk away and never look at it again. So, I'm trying to avoid that, trying to leave it as another failed village of mine. The idea... Oh, I also added in a giant fucking lake, which we'll probably get to see soonish. A giant fucking lake, because what we're going for is the theme of Oasis, that some villagers landed here, could not look past the desert to see any of the green lands around them, and decided, we gotta make our own living here. And so they had luckily found a nice large source of water, hence the lake, and they started making a life, and they're starting to grow greenery, farms, things like that. They're trying to make a successful living in what's called the village of Oasis. That is what I'm calling it now. So, yeah, the village is getting its own story to help the process of keeping with a theme or keeping interested in it. What are the story of the people's lives here? So one of the first things I did is built a sand clock tower, which, well, doesn't look good. I'm just gonna hit it out. It looks like a creeper. Like a giant creeper. It's shaped like a giant creeper. I guess it doesn't look like a creeper. You can see it in the background right now. You can see the clock head, and it's just blocky, and Like, of course it's blocky, but there it is. It's just like a giant stick, and it looks like a penis. And, you know, some people like penis, others don't. Boo-hoo. But I don't, and I don't want that as my clock tower. Wah. Then behind us, which you got cut glimpses of here and there, I made a blacksmith. Don't know why that was decided to be the first building I did. The first building I did was a blacksmith, and it looks so out of place. And the reason for that is the roof. The look seems strange, but I want to leave the roof there because it's almost unique enough, and I think I can improve it in just such a way that would make it feel less ugly. But that'll take time, and it won't be done in this episode. So yeah, we're growing the village, trying to give each home a uniqueness and still some consistency. It needs to be, but unique and consistent. It's kind of like what culture needs to be, what people in the culture need to be. They need to be unique but consistent. Woot. And if you can't assimilate, fuck you. What else? I guess I should make some advice. Don't build walls. You know, this goes for anybody. Including you, Trump. Hi. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to remind you of that, but you can't forget. It's a possibility and everyone hates it. But people are learning to accept it. Yeah, don't build a wall. Don't build a wall in survival mode, that's for sure. You can build it in creative if you want, because, you know, or maybe with world edit, where you can clone it, or MC edit, or whatever. What the fuck ever you want to do with it. Just don't build it in survival, because the gathering of the resources was hell. Hell. Oh god, it was awful. And yeah, it was just disgusting. And then finally, when I got all the resources, I had too many resources for the wall, which I was perfectly fine with, because now I could just move it for use of construction in homes. But god, I spent more hours gathering than actually building that wall. No, not really. I spent a hell of a lot more hours building that wall than gathering it. But gathering it was just long. It was a long, ugly fucking process, and I don't know why I did it, other than I started it, and when I finally became disenchanted with it, I was thinking, you know, I could just end the series right now. Never do it again. You know, it's not like people don't expect that on me. But I decided to stick through it because, frankly, I felt committed to it. And so I did. I finally stuck through it, and then I decided to do something else suicidal, which was build a giant lake, and here we go. Roughly, here we are. Villages, everything villagers are hidden for now. Planning on doing something funny with them later, so sorry. Spoilers. Spoilers, nerds! And it's quite interesting. I've tweeted to myself a few topics I wanted to talk about, too, in this episode, or in an episode, and I'm just gonna hit it up now real quick, because we only got so much of the episode left, and frankly, if I ever stop talking, this video gets incredibly strange. But another thing I should complain about, and why am I saying computer, is because I'm getting frames out the waz. And it's not just the texture pack, it's not just Minecraft, it's everywhere. My League games are dropping frames to like 30, 40, then they bump back up to 60 for a little bit, and then they go back down again, and it's absolutely annoying, and I hate it. And I got Overwatch, and I can barely play Overwatch because it's not 30 frames per second, it's like 24.5621, and I like Widowmaker, and I love Widowmaker, and I love Widowmaker, and like she's the person that clicks with me the best, even though now she got nerfed. I don't think I'll like her anymore. But look, the point is, I need a new computer, and so that's what I'm working on. And I got another job for that, and I lost a job, but don't tell anyone. And I got a new job for that, and I'm working for that, and I'm gonna get it. It's gonna take a long ass time, but I'm gonna get it. And until I get it, most videos are probably gonna be like this, where I record some work that I had done, and then voice over it, because frankly that's what operates best. Because if I can speed it up to 2.0, then if it gets skippy and framey, it's kind of less deteriorating. It's a little less punishing on the video. If you miss a frame in 2 times speed, it goes away 2 times faster. So that's it. That's my fix for now. And I don't like it, and I'm sorry. That's the way it is, and I'm sorry that I won't have a live recording, but that is the way it is. Alright, so topic of talking point. Uh, the topic I wanted to talk about was reach. And what I mean by reach is reach of a content creator and how you can use it and be used by it. And by the way, here are some scenes of massive framing issues. Fuck this zombie. I remember this fucker. 1.9 is not compatible with these zombies. Slow them down, or take them out. I had to wait for that fucker to get glitched before I could hurt him. Okay, so reach, real quick. So reach is basically the way, in terms of content creator, how many people you can contact and influence with your content. Your reach can be manipulated by someone else trying to make you say something, do something, sponsor something in order to get your audience to do something. Of course, hooray, hooray. You can also manipulate other people's reach by, let's say you have someone that has, I don't know, a few thousand subscribers, a lot of the Snapchats, etc., etc., and you just hop on to one of their videos or invade their page and say, hey, do that! You know, if you do that, it's pretty scummy, but that's the way you can manipulate someone's reach, because you'll get two types of people that actually reply to that. Haters, and people who are genuinely interested in seeing if you're actually worth shit, because they understand the game. They dislike the move as much as anyone else, but they actually understand the game. And so I tried doing that. I tried manipulating the reach of a friend, and I don't know if she was actually able to detect that or not. But ultimately, it ended up failing, maybe because of bad human chemistries and the fact that I have a very shit temper when it comes to giving me a word and then it taking for fucking ever to get the reply, and then just going back on it. It just pisses me off. It feels like a form of fucking lying, and I hate that the most. I don't know if you've been here long or if you know me very much, but lying drives me up the fucking wall. I can't take it. You know, if you lie to me and I find out you lie to me, it's over. You know, that's one of the things that ended a perfectly good relationship of mine that I didn't know about myself, and now I do, is that if you lie to me, I'm unable to forgive after, and it takes time. It takes time for me to learn to forgive that, and it took a lot of time for me to figure it out for myself. So it's tough, and that's the way it is. So yeah, it's a little bitching about my reach problem, and kind of a way to explain, if she ever sees this, why I cared and why I was so charged about it. Because it wasn't just a personal contact thing, as much as it was also an ability to do business. You know, it was a way to manipulate people I had once known as a network of contacts. And I don't know, it's not the nicest thing, but you gotta understand the game, and I hope you do. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say thank you so much for watching. Next episode we'll have a little more building content of this sort. I'll have a different topic to spit at you, and we are going to see if we can make this place beautiful again, even though it's never been beautiful before. Ladies and gentlemen, vade, vida vivet.